How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow? You've been waiting for the perfect moment, the right mood, maybe even a sign from the universe. But here's the truth, the perfect time doesn't exist. The best time to start is right now. Every day you wait, you're not just delaying your dreams, you're letting your life pass you by. If you're tired of watching others move forward while you stay stuck, this is your wake-up call. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the decision to begin. Let's be honest, most of us spend our lives waiting. We wait for motivation, for clarity, for someone to give us permission. We wait for the fear to go away, for the circumstances to be just right, for the stars to perfectly align. But the shocking truth is, waiting is just another form of procrastination. It's a comfortable excuse that keeps you safe, but it also keeps you small. The people who achieve extraordinary things aren't the ones who had everything figured out from the start. They are the ones who started before they were ready. Think about it. Every success story you admire began with a single imperfect step. The best-selling author who wrote their first chapter in a noisy cafe. The entrepreneur who launched their business from a tiny apartment. The athlete who trained in the early morning darkness, long before anyone was watching. They didn't wait for confidence. They built it through action. They didn't wait for certainty. They created it by moving forward, one step at a time. Let me tell you a story about a young woman named Maya. She dreamed of starting her own business. She had the ideas, the passion, and a clear vision. But every time she thought about starting, the doubts crept in. What if she failed? What if people laughed at her? What if she just wasn't good enough? So she waited. She watched others launch their dreams, and with every passing month, her own felt further and further away. One day, Maya realized that the pain of regret was far worse than the fear of failure. She decided to take that first step, even though she was terrified. She made mistakes, she faced setbacks, and she learned as she went. But she kept going. Today, Maya runs a thriving business. Not because she waited for the perfect time, but because she simply chose to start. Now contrast Maya's journey with how most people live. They let fear and doubt dictate their actions. They convince themselves that they need more time, more skills, more resources. But the truth is, you'll never feel 100% ready. Growth happens when you step outside your comfort zone, not when you stay safely inside it. So how do you break free from this waiting game? The first step is to recognize that action creates clarity. You don't need to have the whole path mapped out. When you try, you grow. Every action, no matter how small, builds momentum. And momentum is what turns dreams into reality. Here's a practical tip. Set a timer for just 5 minutes and start working on your goal right now. Don't overthink it. Don't worry about doing it perfectly. Just begin. Write the first sentence. Make that first call. Take the first step. You'll be amazed at how much easier it is to keep going once you've started. Let's talk about the fear of failure. Most people are so afraid of making mistakes that they never try at all. But failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. Every successful person you admire has failed, often many times. The difference is, they didn't let failure stop them. They used it as a teacher, a stepping stone, and a source of strength. If you're afraid of failing, remember this. The only real failure is never starting in the first place. Another reason people wait is because they compare themselves to others. They see someone else's highlight reel online and think, I could never do that. But you're not supposed to be anyone else. Your journey is unique. Your timing is your own. The only person you should compete with is the person you were yesterday. I want to share one more story. A man named David always wanted to run a marathon. For years, he watched others cross the finish line, telling himself he'd start training someday. But someday never came. One morning, he decided to stop waiting. He laced up his shoes and just ran around the block. It wasn't pretty and it wasn't fast. But it was a start. Day by day, step by step, David built the strength and confidence he needed. Months later, he finished his first marathon. Not because he was the fastest, but because he was willing to begin. So if you're still hesitating, ask yourself, what's the absolute worst that could happen if you start today? Maybe you'll make some mistakes. Maybe you'll feel a little uncomfortable. But you'll also learn, grow, and move closer to the life you truly want. The pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret can last a lifetime. Remember, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Take action, even if it's messy. Progress is always better than perfection. If you need motivation, look at the people who inspire you. They're not superhuman. They're just ordinary people who made a decision to start. You can do the same. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take yours today. If you found this message helpful, share it with someone who needs a little push. And remember, the power to change your life is in your hands right now, in this moment. Don't wait, start today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos to help you build your best life.